what if I told you that right now, inside your skull, there's a tiny magnet pulling money toward you, like iron to a spark? Imagine the sensation of gold swirling in a vortex, humming against the very fibers of your thoughts, whispering that abundance is already yours. In the next 45 minutes, you will learn the one mental technique that turns your subconscious into a wealth magnet. No luck, no extra hustle, just a simple shift in the dialogue you have with yourself. Commentez cette phrase si vous voulez que l'univers commence à travailler avec vous. Mon esprit est un aimant de richesse infinie, and stay tuned, because what you are about to hear is not ordinary information. It is a mental key that can unlock a reality where you no longer chase money, but money follows you. I'm speaking to you as someone who has walked the cracked pavement of financial scarcity, who stared at empty bank statements and wondered why the world seemed to hand riches to others while I stayed stuck. I was the broke student, the night shift worker, the person who counted every penny as if it were a lifeline. Then I discovered a hidden lever inside my mind, a lever that the most successful architects of wealth have been pulling for centuries, but most people never notice. That lever is what I call the mental garden, the power image, and the invisible bridge that connects thought to cash. Stick with me, and at the end, you will have a ready-to-use, 5-minute ritual that rewires your brain for wealth. If you've ever felt the grind is futile, smash that like button now. It tells your brain you are serious about change. And if you're ready to dive deeper, hit subscribe, because the journey we're about to embark on is just beginning. Picture your mind as a garden. Every thought you entertain is a seed you plant in fertile soil. Some seeds are weeds, doubt, scarcity, fear, sprouting silently in the dark corners of your subconscious. Other seeds are golden kernels of prosperity, waiting for the right conditions to burst into towering trees of abundance. The problem is that most of us have been watering the weeds for years, never realizing the garden is our reality. The subconscious does not judge. It simply follows the script you feed it with unwavering fidelity. It does not care whether your script is a masterpiece or a mess. It executes with absolute precision. Now, let's pull that weed out. The first step is to become aware of what you have been planting. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. What images surface? Do you see bills piling up? Or do you see an endless loop of unpaid invoices? Do you feel a knot of anxiety in your chest or a warm glow of confidence? Those sensations are the nutrients that feed your garden. If the feeling is anxiety, you are feeding fear. If the feeling is confidence, you are feeding wealth. The emotion attached to a thought is the fertilizer that determines whether the seed blossoms or withers. I want you to plant a new seed right now. Inhale slowly, exhale, and whisper to yourself, "My mind is an infinite wealth magnet." Say it 3 times, each time feeling the words settle into the deepest part of your chest, as if you are embedding a tiny magnet that will attract every golden opportunity. Feel the vibration of those words. Let the resonance echo through every cell. This is not a hollow chant. It is a command to your subconscious, a magnetic field that begins to align your inner world with outer abundance. But a seed alone is not enough. It needs sunlight, emotion, and water. Repetition. The emotion you attach to this affirmation is the sunlight that powers growth. Imagine the feeling of your bank account overflowing, the freedom of paying off every debt with ease, the exhilaration of seeing opportunities line up like dominoes ready to fall in your favor. Let that feeling flood your body. Now, water the seed by repeating the affirmation daily, preferably at sunrise and before sleep, when your mind is most receptive. Consistency is the gardener's diligence. Without it, the seed never sprouts. You might wonder how to protect your garden from the relentless invasion of negative thoughts. Here's a simple technique I call the 5-second stop and replace. Whenever a doubt flashes, I can't afford that. Money never comes my way. Snap your mind out of the loop with a sharp mental stop. Then immediately replace the thought with the wealth seed phrase. My mind is an infinite wealth magnet. This quick interruption prevents the weed from taking root and redirects the soil's nutrients toward prosperity. Let's try it together. Close your eyes, breathe in, and imagine a tiny weed sprouting in the corner of your mental garden. See it? Now, in your mind, shout, "Stop." Feel the mental switch flick, and then plant the golden seed, whispering, "My mind is an infinite wealth magnet." Feeling the warmth spread through your chest. Open your eyes. That was a mental pruning session. Do this whenever you catch yourself slipping into scarcity, and watch how quickly the garden begins to transform. Now that we have planted the seed and tended it with emotion, let's talk about the sunlight, what I call the power image. Your mind is not a passive container. It is a sculptor, an artist, a painter with an invisible brush that paints the canvas of reality. The image you hold in your mind is the mold that your subconscious follows, shaping the external world to match the internal picture. This is not a poetic metaphor. It is a law of the mind. When you repeatedly imagine yourself in a state of wealth, with vivid detail and genuine feeling, you are sending a detailed blueprint to the hidden architect of your destiny. Close your eyes again and picture your ideal day. See the numbers on your bank account, not as a distant goal, but as a present reality. Visualize the exact amount. Feel the weight of the numbers. Hear the gentle chime of notifications announcing deposits. See yourself walking through a home that reflects your success. Feel the texture of the polished wood, the scent of fresh paint, the sunlight streaming through large windows. Hear the laughter of loved ones. Sense the gratitude swelling in your heart. This is not daydreaming. This is programming. Your subconscious does not differentiate between imagined and experienced reality. It simply acts on the emotional truth you present. The secret ingredient is emotion. Imagine the scene as if it were already yours. Let the joy, pride, and relief flow through you. The stronger the feeling, the stronger the signal to your subconscious. When you repeat this visual in the morning, before you even step out of bed, and again at night, you are reinforcing the blueprint, making it impossible for the mind to ignore. Opportunities begin to appear. Doors that were once locked swing open, and the universe starts echoing back the frequency you have set. Now, I want you to try a brief visualization. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and picture a bank statement with a number that makes you smile. See the digits clearly. Feel the paper in your hands. Hear the soft rustle. Let a wave of gratitude wash over you, as if that money had already arrived. Stay in that feeling for a few breaths, then open your eyes. That was a microdose of wealth imaging. Do this daily, and you will notice the subtle shifts. An unexpected bonus, a new client, a chance meeting that turns lucrative. If this is blowing your mind, hit subscribe now, because the next part will reveal how to cement these images with the invisible bridge of language, the words that act as the final conduit between thought and reality. And if you're feeling the resonance, give this video a thumbs up. It tells your brain you're ready for transformation. Before we move on, let's pause and reflect. What have you planted in your mental garden today? Have you tended the weeds, or have you watered the wealth seed? Share your thoughts in the comments. I truly want to know how you're shaping your inner landscape. And remember, the affirmation, "My mind is an infinite wealth magnet," is not just a phrase. It is the magnetic field that will draw prosperity into every facet of your life. We have laid the foundation with the garden and illuminated the path with a powerful image. The next step is to build the bridge that will carry these thoughts straight into the realm of tangible results. Stay with me, because the bridge is constructed from words, specific, emotionally charged statements that your subconscious will obey without question. When you master this bridge, you will find that the universe no longer feels like a distant market you have to chase. It becomes a partner that responds to the tone of your inner conversation. Now, take a moment to breathe deeply. Feel the calm settle, and let the anticipation of what's coming next settle like a warm blanket over your shoulders. The journey is just beginning, and the tools you have gathered so far are already shifting the gears of your destiny. Keep your mind open, your heart receptive, and your affirmation ready, because the next chapter will turn all of this into a living, breathing reality. The bridge you are about to step onto is not made of steel or wood. It is woven from the very syllables you whisper to yourself each night and each morning. Imagine a rope of light, each strand a word, each knot an emotion, stretching from the garden of your thoughts to the marketplace of the world. When you walk across it, the weight of doubt falls away, and the current of certainty lifts you higher. This is where language becomes alchemy, turning simple sounds into gold-filled corridors that the universe cannot ignore. Take a moment now, close your eyes, and feel the breath of the room settle into a gentle rhythm. Inhale slowly, as if you were drawing in pure possibility, and exhale any lingering hesitation. Now, picture yourself standing at the edge of this invisible bridge. The first step is to choose the exact phrase that will act as your stepping stone. It must be concise, it must be charged with feeling, and it must echo the core affirmation you have already planted. Speak it aloud or in the deepest corner of your mind, and let the vibration settle into your bones. My mind is an infinite wealth magnet. Feel the tremor travel from your chest to your fingertips, as if a tiny spark has ignited a hidden filament inside you. Now, let us add the next layer, the supportive railings that keep you steady. These are the supplemental affirmations that reinforce the main mantra, each one targeting a specific facet of abundance. For financial flow, you might say, money arrives to me effortlessly and in abundant streams. For opportunities, you could whisper, doors of possibility swing open for me with every breath I take. For confidence, repeat, I am deserving of limitless prosperity. Notice how each statement is not a wish, but a declaration of an already present reality. The subconscious does not respond to hopes. It reacts to certainty. By framing your words as facts, you hand the mind a clear blueprint to follow. Now, let us explore the emotional catalyst that fuels this bridge. Words alone are like a ship without wind. They need the gust of feeling to set sail. When you say your affirmation, attach a vivid sensation to it. Imagine the warmth of sunlight on your skin as the phrase rolls off your tongue. Feel the excitement of a jackpot ringing in your ears, the thrill of a new contract being signed, the relief of a debt disappearing. Let that feeling be as real as the texture of the floor beneath your feet. The stronger the emotion, the sturdier the bridge becomes, and the faster the universe will align its currents to carry you across. We now arrive at the practice that cements this bridge into your daily routine. Set aside a quiet space each dawn and each dusk. Begin with 3 deep breaths, grounding yourself in the present moment. Then, recite your core affirmation 3 times, each time louder, each time with a deeper conviction. Follow with the supporting statements. allowing a pause after each one to feel the associated emotion fully. Visualize the bridge glowing brighter with every word spoken, the plank solidifying under your weight. After you have spoken the final line, stand still for a few heartbeats, feeling the reverberation of your own voice echoing through the corridors of your subconscious. Open your eyes and notice how the world feels subtly shifted, as if a veil has been lifted. This ritual is not a one-time event. It is a habit that rewires the pathways of your brain. Neuroscience tells us that repeated activation of specific neural circuits strengthens the connections, making the new pattern the default mode of operation. By consistently walking this bridge, you are training your mind to expect wealth, to recognize opportunities, and to act with confidence. Over time, you will notice that the signs you once missed now stand out like neon signs pointing directly to you. A random conversation may turn into a lucrative partnership. A simple idea that flits through your mind may blossom into a profitable venture. All because the bridge you have built guides your perception toward abundance. Let us now deepen the bridge with the power of storytelling. The mind loves narratives. They are the frames through which we interpret reality. Create a short story in which you are already living the life of abundant wealth. See yourself waking up in a space that feels luxurious yet comfortable, hearing the gentle hum of financial security. Picture a calendar filled with appointments that bring value, not stress. Imagine receiving a notification that a sum of money has been deposited into your account, feeling the gratitude surge through you. As you narrate this story to yourself, keep the language vivid, the emotions intense, and the pacing deliberate. This story becomes a secondary bridge, reinforcing the primary one, and together, they form a network of pathways that the subconscious cannot ignore. Now, you may wonder why this works when so many other self-help methods feel hollow. The answer lies in the synergy of three elements: precise language, emotional intensity, and consistent repetition. When these three align, they create a resonance frequency that the universe tunes into. Think of it as a radio station. If you broadcast on the right frequency, the signal is received clearly, without static. If you are off-key, the message gets lost in the noise. By mastering the bridge, you are adjusting your internal transmitter to the exact frequency of wealth. It is also crucial to guard this bridge against sabotage. The subconscious is a diligent worker, but it also mirrors the thoughts you feed it. Negative self-talk, criticism, or doubt act like termites, gnawing at the wooden planks, weakening the structure. Whenever a limiting belief surfaces, "I'm not good enough," "money is hard to get," "I don't deserve wealth," immediately intervene. Visualize a bright flash of light and replace the thought with a reinforcing statement from your bridge. For example, transform "I'm not good enough" into "I am fully capable of creating wealth." This rapid counteraction prevents erosion and keeps the bridge sturdy. Let's put this into a quick, actionable exercise you can try right now. Think of a recent moment when you felt a pang of scarcity or fear about money. Bring that memory to mind and notice the exact words that played in that scene. Write them down mentally, then consciously rewrite the script using the language of abundance. If you thought, "I can't afford this," replace it with, "I have the resources I need, and more is on its way." Feel the shift in your chest as the new sentence settles. Do this for 3 different scenarios today, and you will begin to see the bridge repairing itself in real time. As you continue to practice, you will start to notice patterns emerging, small synchronicities that feel too precise to be random. Perhaps a friend mentions an investment opportunity just as you finish your affirmation. Maybe you stumble upon a book that contains exactly the strategy you need. These are not coincidences. They are the universe's way of confirming that your bridge is active and that the flow of wealth is being redirected toward you. Embrace these moments, acknowledge them, and let them reinforce your belief in the process. Now, take a deep breath and let this thought settle. You are not chasing money. You are inviting it, like a magnet drawing iron filings toward its core. The bridge you have built is the conduit that carries your invitation across the realms of thought and reality. Every word you utter, every feeling you attach, every repetition you commit to, strengthens that conduit. The more you walk it, the more the world aligns its resources to meet you where you stand. Before we close this segment, I want you to reflect on the language you use throughout your day. Pay attention to the micro-affirmations that slip out without thought. Those casual remarks about being broke or never having enough. Replace each one with a wealth-aligned phrase. For instance, change. I'm broke this month too. I am managing my finances wisely, and abundance is on its way. This ongoing audit of your speech acts like a maintenance crew, ensuring the bridge remains clear of debris and ready for heavy traffic. Now, I invite you to share in the comments the exact phrase you have chosen as your stepping stone and how you felt when you first spoke it with emotion. Your story may inspire others to find their own bridge, and the collective energy of our community amplifies the magnetic field we are all creating. If this resonance is stirring something deep inside you, give this video a thumbs up. That simple gesture signals to your brain that you are committed, and it also signals to the algorithm that this message is valuable, allowing more seekers to find the pathway. Remember, the power of this technique does not reside in the external world. It resides within you, waiting to be activated. The garden you cultivated, the image you illuminated, and now the bridge you are crossing. All are parts of a unified system designed to transform your reality. When you align all three, you become a living conduit for wealth, a beacon that attracts prosperity effortlessly. Take another deep breath. Feel the air fill your lungs, and as you exhale, let go of any lingering skepticism. Trust that the bridge will hold, that the words you speak are true, and that the universe is already rearranging itself to meet you halfway. Keep your affirmation ready, repeat it often, and let it reverberate through every fiber of your being. The moment you truly believe that my mind is an infinite wealth magnet, you will witness the world responding in kind. We are now approaching the final phase of this journey, where all the tools you have gathered will be combined into a single, powerful ritual that you can perform in just a few minutes each day. This ritual is the culmination of the garden, the image, and the bridge. A three-step process that locks in the changes at the deepest level of your subconscious. By the end of this segment, you will have a clear, actionable routine that you can embed into your morning or evening schedule, ensuring that the magnetic field you are generating never wanes. Step 1. Return to the mental garden. Visualize the seed of wealth you planted earlier, now sprouting leaves of green confidence. Speak the core affirmation 3 times, feeling the seed pulse with life. Step 2. Transition to the powerful image. Bring to mind the vivid scene of yourself living in abundance, immersing yourself fully in the sensations of success. Hear the sound of a phone ringing with good news. Feel the weight of a check in your hand. Taste the richness of a celebratory meal. Hold this image for at least 20 seconds, letting the emotions swell. Step 3. Walk the bridge. Recite your supporting affirmations, each one anchored to an emotion, each one reinforcing the image you just held. As you finish, imagine a bright light traveling from your forehead down through your spine, exiting at the base of your feet, grounding the entire structure into the physical world. When you complete these 3 steps, pause. Feel the afterglow, the subtle hum of energy that now surrounds you. This is the magnetic field taking shape, a field that will continue to attract opportunities, ideas, and financial flow long after the ritual ends. Trust that the universe has taken note, and that the next time you open your inbox or step onto the street, you will encounter the first signs of the shift. I encourage you to try this ritual tonight, right before you drift into sleep. The subconscious is most receptive during the twilight hours, when the veil between thought and dream thins. As you lay down, repeat the steps in your mind, allowing the words to echo softly, the image to shimmer, and the bridge to glow. Let the affirmation be the last whisper you hear before darkness embraces you. In the morning, you may awaken with a sense of clarity, a fresh perspective, or an unexpected opportunity that feels like it was placed there just for you. Before we part, I want you to imagine a future where this practice has become second nature, where you no longer need to force wealth to appear because it simply arrives. Like the tide drawn by the moon, see yourself walking confidently into boardrooms, into negotiations, into everyday interactions, knowing that your inner magnet is humming at full power. Feel the gratitude that comes from knowing you have mastered a tool that aligns your inner world with the outer abundance. If this vision resonates, let me know in the comments how you plan to integrate the 3-step ritual into your daily life. Share any insights you already feel bubbling up, any subtle signs you have noticed since beginning the garden and image exercises. Your feedback not only helps you solidify the practice, but also creates a ripple effect, amplifying the collective magnetic field of everyone watching. And if you found this guidance valuable, consider giving the video a like. That small act tells your brain that you are committed, and it also helps this message reach more people who are ready to transform their relationship with wealth. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell, so you never miss a future lesson that will deepen your mastery of the mind-wealth connection. Together, we are building a community of magnetized minds, each one shining brighter, each one pulling in greater streams of prosperity. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step. And today, you have taken 3 decisive steps toward a reality where money flows to you as naturally as breath to your lungs. Keep the bridge strong, keep the garden thriving, keep the image vivid, and most importantly, keep the affirmation alive in every moment. My mind is an infinite wealth magnet. Let this be the drumbeat of your day, the mantra that guides every decision, the whisper that steadies you in the face of doubt. As we close, take one final deep breath, and as you exhale, release any remaining tension. Feel the confidence settle like a warm coat over your shoulders. Know that the tools you now possess are powerful, but their true strength lies in consistent use. Return to this video whenever you need a reminder, a boost, or a fresh perspective. The bridge, the garden, the image, they are always here, waiting for you to walk them. Thank you for sharing this time with me. May your mind continue to expand, your heart stay open, and your wealth magnets spin ever faster. Until the next lesson, keep shining, keep attracting, and remember, the universe is already responding to the frequency you have set. Stay magnetic. But if at the interior of your mind a whisper of doubt still lingers, the seed will never sprout. That is why we must not only speak the words, we must feel them. We must let the emotion wrap around each syllable, like sunlight on a tender leaf. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a quiet room, a gentle breeze brushing against your skin, and the soft hum of a distant river. In that space, let the phrase, "My mind is an infinite wealth magnet," roll off your tongue, not as a hollow chant, but as a living promise. Feel the weight of those words settle into the very marrow of your bones. This is the alchemy that turns thought into gold. Now, let us dive deeper into the architecture of the subconscious. Think of it as a vast cathedral, its columns made of belief, its vaulted ceiling painted with emotion. Every time you feed it a belief laced with feeling, you are adding a stone, reinforcing the structure. When the stone is weak, the cathedral trembles, and the energy leaks out like a cracked window. But when the stone is forged from certainty, it shines, reflecting back the light of abundance. The technique we are mastering today is the mason's hammer, the chisel that shapes those stones with precision. Picture yourself standing at a crossroads, one path paved with familiar struggle, the other illuminated by the glow of possibility. The choice is not external. It is a decision made inside, a shift of the internal compass. To navigate this, we introduce the second pillar of our method, the power image. While the garden provides the fertile soil, the image is the radiant sun that directs growth. It is the mental picture that you hold so clearly that it becomes a blueprint for reality. Let me walk you through constructing this image, step by step. First, clear the mental slate. Inhale deeply. Feel the air fill your lungs. And as you exhale, release the static of the day. Now, summon a scene where wealth flows to you effortlessly. Perhaps you see yourself walking down a bustling street, and every passerby hands you a golden token, each one representing a new opportunity. Or maybe you envision a thriving garden where the fruits are not apples, but sparkling coins, ripening under a bright sky. The key is that the image must be vivid, saturated with color, sound, and sensation. Hear the rustle of the leaves, feel the weight of the coins in your palm, taste the sweet scent of success. Once the image is formed, attach emotion to it. Let joy surge through you. Let gratitude swell in your chest. Imagine the warmth of the sun on your face, the exhilaration of knowing that the universe is aligning to bring this vision into being. This emotional charge is the fuel that powers the subconscious engine. When you later recall this image, the emotion will act as a catalyst, accelerating the manifestation process. Now, we must embed this image into a daily ritual. Each morning, before you even glance at your phone, spend 3 minutes in this mental garden. Begin with the affirmation seed. Repeat, "My mind is an infinite wealth magnet" 3 times, feeling the words vibrate within. Then transition into the power image, holding it steady for at least 1 minute. Let the emotions flow. Let the scene become as real as the floor beneath your feet. When you finish, seal the practice with a simple gesture, perhaps placing your hand over your heart, and say aloud, "I am ready to receive." This act signals to the subconscious that the gate is open. You may wonder, is this enough? The answer lies in consistency. Like any muscle, the mind strengthens with repeated use. The more you practice, the more the neural pathways light up, the faster the signals travel, and the more the universe responds. Think of the subconscious as a radio frequency. When you tune in with clarity and belief, the signal amplifies, and the world begins to broadcast opportunities that match your vibration. Now let us explore the third pillar, the word bridge. Words are the bridges that span the gap between thought and reality. They are the invisible cords that pull the external world toward the internal vision. The secret lies in choosing words that carry weight, that resonate with the deepest parts of your being. Instead of saying, I want money, say, I am wealth. Instead of hoping for abundance, declare, I embody abundance. These statements are not mere wishes. They are declarations of fact, statements that the subconscious accepts without resistance. To harness the power of the word bridge, we will create a personal mantra, a concise phrase that encapsulates your wealth identity. It could be as simple as I am a magnet for prosperity, or as elaborate as every breath I take draws in limitless riches. The crucial element is that the mantra is spoken with conviction, with the same intensity you would use when proclaiming a victory. Speak it aloud in the mirror each night. Feel the syllables echoing in the room. Let them settle into the fabric of your subconscious. But there is a nuance many overlook: the timing of the mantra. The moments just before sleep and just after waking are windows of heightened receptivity. During these periods, the brain transitions between conscious and subconscious states, making it the perfect moment to plant seeds. So, as you lie in bed, whisper your mantra. Feel the words settle like a warm blanket over your thoughts. In the morning, repeat it before the day's demands pull you away. This rhythmic reinforcement creates a loop that continually feeds the wealth magnet. Now, let's address the inevitable resistance that arises. The mind, conditioned by years of scarcity, will push back with doubts, with inner critics screaming that you are being unrealistic. This is the weed of fear, sprouting from old soil. When you notice the inner voice, do not engage with it. Instead, gently acknowledge its presence. Then redirect your focus back to the affirmation in the image. Picture the weed being pulled out by a bright beam of light, dissolving into nothingness. This visualization, paired with the affirmation, erases the old programming and replaces it with the new, wealth-centric code. Let's put this into practice with a quick exercise. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. As you exhale, imagine a dark cloud of doubt rising from your shoulders and dissipating into the air. Then, inhale a bright golden light. Feel it fill your chest, and as you breathe out, speak the mantra, I am a magnet for prosperity. Feel the words reverberate through your entire being. Repeat this cycle 3 times, each time intensifying the sensation of the golden light. When you finish, open your eyes and notice how a subtle shift has occurred. A gentle hum of possibility now tingling at the edge of your awareness. You might be thinking, will this really work? The proof lies in the stories of countless individuals who have walked this path before you. From the humble artist who turned a single commission into a thriving studio, to the entrepreneur who transformed a modest startup into a flourishing empire, all share a common thread. They reprogrammed their subconscious using the very techniques we are discussing. Their success is not magic. It is the result of aligning belief, emotion, and action. As you continue this journey, keep track of the subtle signs that appear. Perhaps you notice an unexpected bill paid, a spontaneous compliment about your confidence, or a sudden opportunity that feels perfectly timed. These are the magnetic pulls of the universe responding to your internal frequency. Record them in a journal, celebrate each one, and let them reinforce your belief that the system is working. The more you acknowledge these moments, the stronger the magnetic field becomes. Now, let us revisit the garden metaphor one final time, tying together all 3 pillars. The garden is the foundation, the soil enriched by affirmations. The sun is the power image, providing the energy that drives growth. The bridge is the language that connects the garden to the external world, allowing the harvest to be collected. When these elements work in harmony, you create an ecosystem of abundance that thrives regardless of external conditions. Take a moment now to visualize your entire system operating flawlessly. See the garden blooming with golden fruit. Feel the sun's rays bathing every leaf. Hear the gentle creak of the bridge as it carries the bounty to your doorstep. Hold this vision. Let it saturate every cell and whisper once more, "My mind is an infinite wealth magnet." Let this phrase echo in the chambers of your mind, a reminder that you are the architect of your reality. If this resonated with you, I invite you to share your experience in the comments below. Type the phrase "Mon esprit est un aimant de richesse" and tell us which part of the practice you are most excited to implement. Your words not only reinforce your own commitment, they also send a ripple through the collective field of viewers, amplifying the magnetic pull for everyone. And if you feel a spark of gratitude, hit the like button. That small gesture signals to your brain that you are engaged, and it also helps this message reach more seekers of wealth. Remember, the universe is always listening, but it responds most clearly to the frequency you emit. By consistently tuning your mind to the vibration of abundance, you align yourself with the flow of prosperity. This is not a one-time event. It is a lifelong dance, a rhythm you set each day with intention. The more you practice, the more effortless the dance becomes, and the more you will notice money appearing in places you never imagined. Before we part, I ask you to take one final breath. Inhale deeply, drawing in the confidence of 1,000 suns, and as you exhale, release any lingering doubt. Feel the calm settle over you, like a warm cloak, protecting you as you step forward. Know that you now possess a toolbox of powerful techniques: the garden of affirmations, the radiant power image, and the sturdy word bridge. Use them daily, and watch how the world reshapes itself around your magnetic presence. Thank you for sharing this time with me. May your mind continue to expand, your heart stay open, and your wealth magnet spin ever faster. Until the next lesson, keep shining, keep attracting, and remember, the universe is already responding to the frequency you have set. Stay magnetic. Now, as you feel that magnetic pulse resonating through every fiber of your being, let us step even deeper into the hidden chambers of your subconscious, those quiet corridors where the true alchemy of wealth takes place. Picture yourself standing at the threshold of a grand library, shelves stretching beyond sight, each volume glowing with the promise of abundance. This library is not made of wood and stone. It is forged from the very thoughts you have ever nurtured, the dreams you dared whisper in the night, and the silent agreements you have signed with yourself over the years. Open the first book, and you will see the story of your earliest belief about money. Perhaps it is a tale of scarcity, a childhood memory of an empty pantry, a whispered warning that wealth is a dangerous beast. Feel the weight of that story in your chest. Acknowledge it, but do not let it define you. Now, with a gentle breath, flip the page to a fresh, blank parchment. On this clean surface, write a new line, a new truth. My mind is an infinite wealth magnet. As you inscribe those words, imagine them shimmering like golden ink. Each letter, a particle of light that settles into the fibers of your mind, rewriting the old script with a brighter, more powerful narrative. Take a moment now to let that new line settle. Feel it sink into the soil of your inner garden, taking root alongside the seeds you have already planted. Visualize a vibrant vine sprouting from that affirmation, winding its way upward, reaching toward the sun of possibility, wrapping around every limiting belief and gently coaxing it to transform into a conduit for prosperity. See the leaves unfurl, each one a manifestation of a financial breakthrough, a surprise bonus, a lucrative opportunity, a flow of clients that arrives as effortlessly as rain on thirsty earth. Notice how your heart begins to beat in rhythm with this vision, how the pulse in your throat becomes a drum of confidence. This is the rhythm of the universe aligning with your frequency. The subtle hum that says, I see you, I hear you, I am responding. Let that hum grow louder. Let it become a song that you can hum throughout the day. Whenever you catch yourself drifting into doubt, simply repeat the chorus. My mind is an infinite wealth magnet. And feel the resonance echo back, amplifying the magnetic field that surrounds you. Now, let us add another layer to this masterpiece, a layer of deliberate action that bridges thought and reality. Imagine a bridge made of polished glass, transparent yet unbreakable, spanning a chasm of uncertainty and leading directly to a bustling marketplace of opportunity. This bridge is constructed from the words you choose, the stories you tell yourself, and the commitments you make each sunrise. As you step onto this bridge, speak aloud the phrase, my mind is an infinite wealth magnet, 3 times. Each utterance a step that solidifies the glass beneath your feet. Feel the solidity increase with each repetition until the bridge feels as sturdy as a mountain path. Walk across this bridge in your mind's eye, and on the other side, you will find a table set with golden coins, each coin representing a specific goal you wish to attract. Pick up the first coin and label it with a clear intention. I attract lucrative projects that align with my passions. Hold it close, feel its weight, and let the intention settle into your core. Move to the next coin and give it a purpose. I receive unexpected financial gifts that support my growth. Continue this ritual for as many coins as your heart desires, knowing that each one is a promise you're making to the universe, a promise that you will honor with belief and action. As you place these coins back on the table, watch them dissolve into a radiant mist that rises and merges with the sky above. That mist carries your intentions upward, where the forces of abundance gather, ready to cascade back down to you in forms you may not even recognize yet. Trust that the universe has a masterful way of delivering wealth, often through channels you have not yet considered. A conversation that seems casual may turn into a partnership. A simple act of generosity may circle back as a timely return. Keep your senses open, your heart receptive, and your mind steadfast in the knowledge that you are a magnet, irresistibly drawing prosperity toward you. Now, let us reinforce this magnetic field with a ritual of gratitude. For gratitude is the oil that smooths the gears of manifestation, allowing the flow of abundance to move without friction. Close your eyes once more and bring to mind 3 moments from the past week where you felt a spark of wealth, however small, a compliment on your work, a saved expense, a pleasant surprise. Hold each moment like a glowing ember and thank the universe for it, aloud or in your heart. As you express gratitude, imagine those embers expanding, turning into bright flames that illuminate the path ahead, lighting the way for even greater blessings. Feel the warmth of those flames on your skin, the gentle heat that tells you you are alive, you are present, and you are capable of attracting more. Let this warmth settle into your belly, the center of your power, and let it radiate outward, forming a protective aura that repels doubt and invites opportunity. When you open your eyes, notice how the world around you seems a little brighter, the colors more vivid, as if the very atmosphere has been infused with the gold of possibility. At this juncture, I invite you to take a breath, deep and steady, drawing in the confidence of 1,000 suns. And as you exhale, release any lingering shadows of uncertainty. Feel the calm settle over you, like a warm cloak, a shield that protects your newfound magnetic field from the gusts of negativity that may try to sway you. Remember, you now possess a toolbox of powerful techniques: the garden of affirmations, the radiant power image, the sturdy word bridge, and the gratitude flame. Use them daily and watch how the world reshapes itself around your magnetic presence. If this resonance has sparked something within you, I encourage you to share your experience in the comments below. Type the phrase "Mon esprit est un aimant de richesse" and tell us which part of the practice you feel most drawn to implement today. Your words not only reinforce your own commitment, they also send a ripple through the collective field of viewers, amplifying the magnetic pull for everyone. And if you feel a spark of gratitude, tap the like button. That simple gesture signals to your brain that you are engaged, and it also helps this message reach more seekers of wealth. Remember, the universe is always listening, but it responds most clearly to the frequency you emit. By consistently tuning your mind to the vibration of abundance, you align yourself with the flow of prosperity. This is not a one-time event. It is a lifelong dance, a rhythm you set each day with intention. The more you practice, the more effortless the dance becomes, and the more you will notice money appearing in places you never imagined. Before we part, let us seal this session with a final, powerful affirmation. Inhale deeply, drawing in the confidence of 1,000 suns, and as you exhale, release any lingering doubt. Feel the calm settle over you, like a warm cloak, protecting you as you step forward. Know that you now possess a toolbox of powerful techniques: the garden of affirmations, the radiant power image, and the sturdy word bridge. Use them daily, and watch how the world reshapes itself around your magnetic presence. Now, repeat after me. My mind is an infinite wealth magnet. 3 times. Each time feeling the words vibrate through every cell. Each time sealing the intention deeper into your subconscious. Let this chant echo in the chambers of your mind, a reminder that you are the architect of your reality, the master of your destiny, the magnet that draws abundance without effort. As you go about your day, keep this mantra close. Let it surface whenever you encounter a challenge, a decision, a moment of doubt. Whisper it to yourself, write it on a sticky note, set it as a phone reminder, embed it in the background of your favorite playlist. The more you expose your mind to this frequency, the stronger the magnetic pull becomes, and the more you will witness the universe aligning its resources to serve you. If you have found value in this journey, consider subscribing so you never miss the next lesson in this series, where we will explore how to harness the power of collective intention, how to create a wealth network that amplifies each member's success, and how to transform setbacks into stepping stones toward greater prosperity. Your subscription is not just a click. It is a commitment to your own growth, a signal to your subconscious that you are ready for the next level of abundance. And remember, the path you walk is illuminated by the light you bring to it. Keep shining, keep attracting, and know that the universe is already responding to the frequency you have set. Stay magnetic, stay alive to the possibilities, and let every breath you take be a reminder that you are a living, breathing magnet for wealth, love, and joy. Until the next lesson, keep the fire alive within, keep the garden thriving, and keep the bridge strong. The world is waiting for the gifts only you can bring. Stay magnetic. Remember, the power you just unlocked is not a fleeting spark. It is a furnace that can fuel every ambition you hold. Each time you repeat the mantra, you are adding fresh coals to that fire, and the heat you feel is the universe responding to your upgraded frequency. Imagine walking down a street, and every passerby, every opportunity, seems to bend toward you as if drawn by an invisible current. That is the reality you are engineering right now, with nothing more than thought, feeling, and word. So I ask you, what will you choose to attract next? More wealth? Deeper relationships? Boundless health? Let the comment section become your declaration board. Type what you intend to magnetize into your life. If this resonated, give the video a thumbs up. That simple gesture tells your subconscious you are committed to the path. And when you feel ready, hit the subscribe button so you never miss the next key that will lift your vibration even higher. Each morning, before the sun kisses the horizon, spend 3 breaths on the affirmation. Feel the gratitude, as if you already hold the riches you seek. Gratitude is the oil that smooths the gears of manifestation, turning desire into certainty. As you go about your day, notice the tiny signs, unexpected discounts, a friendly smile, a sudden idea, that confirm the magnetic pull is active. Celebrate those moments, because every acknowledgement reinforces the pattern. Until we meet again, keep the garden thriving, the image vivid, and the bridge unbreakable. My mind is an infinite wealth magnet, always.